In this video, I'm going to tell you how you should interact with your previous customer in order to maximize your chances for the extra business. Well, basically, as they say, how to get your eggs back. Let's go. My name is Eugene, this is Freelance Mushrooms. Here we help freelancers and small digital teams to move their business to the next level by utilizing our tricks of how to acquire customers, how to negotiate with them better, and how to organize your project management around providing your digital service to your customer. So let's get to it. Upsell to existing customers. Let's use both of my video production agencies as an example of an upsell. So the first agency is vortex.video, where we do post-production services, and the second is doodlevideoproduction.com, where we do full animated marketing explainer videos for businesses. Now, the second one is a good example because usually those are one-time projects, and how often you're going to need a short cartoon for your business explaining how your product or service works. I mean, chances are like once a year as max, probably once in 2 years, or like the majority of my customers, they get back to me every 3 or 5 years. Usually it's because either their service and business has changed or they get a new startup or whatever. And the most disappointing thing, some of the customers forget how to spell my name. They forget the name of my company. They forget actually how to even find my contacts again, to do business with me again. So they go again and post a job, let's say somewhere on Upwork, and I find out, like reaching out to them, oh, hey, listen, so why didn't you text me? And they say, I couldn't find you. So I decided to post a job again, but I'm happy you reached me out. So what exactly you should do in order to stay in touch with a customer so that they always remember your name and you are always on their radar? Well, first of all, which is kind of obvious, you should always add your customer on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, in all social media channels, but definitely do LinkedIn. I usually don't add customers at the beginning of our cooperation. I usually add them on LinkedIn after we either finish the project, if it's a marketing explainer video, or if we're doing post-production services, make sure we go through 2 or 3 videos. I make sure that we are comfortable engaging with the customer, and then I add them on my LinkedIn. Once I get their LinkedIn profile, I get a chance of seeing any of their posts, and you can either check the feed and write comments and like their post by yourself or have somebody else do that for you. Whatever is the case, try to figure out the ways to engage with the audience you're building on LinkedIn. You also get a chance to see updates like a new business or a new job position, which gives you a possibility to reach them out and say, hey, I congratulate you with the job. It's been a pleasure working on this animated explainer video with you. I'm sure you're gonna do amazing things for this new company. You don't really have to actually say to them, oh, listen, you're coming to this new business. Why don't you offer my services? Maybe they need to explain a video. Just slightly, nicely remind them who you are, what kind of thing you were doing with them. And if, let's say, they still have a good memory of you, they remember who you are, just writing them, congratulations. I wish you all the best. I remember what a pleasure it was for me doing business with you. I'm sure this company will enjoy having you on their team also. By just writing some nice, personal, custom, non-ChatGPT type of message, I usually prefer using Grammarly. Even when I write a grammatically correct post, they actually make some nice suggestions of a different wording in accordance to the settings I use over there. So have that custom message, send them, and just a nice, gentle reminder about your existence, who you are, and etc. And if they have a possibility to hire you, trust me, they will. Or at least the chances of that will be much higher. Now, another thing, if they get birthdays, make sure you greet them. If you have some information that, let's say, they're religious people, they're Catholic, maybe it's worth greeting them with the Easter holiday. Different countries have different major holidays, so you can pick the most valuable ones depending on the type of customer you have there and take a decision which one you're going to use it as an excuse to greet them. Or maybe during the project, you got an information that your customer got a baby born. If that's the case, you can catch the date, make a reminder, and once 1 year passes, reach them out by saying, listen, I remember a year ago you got your baby born. I mean, congratulations going through the first year. I hope that that little chief distraction officer is bringing lots of joy in your life. Congratulations, have an amazing day. You don't have to talk about your services. Even if they forgot who you are, with this kind of message, they will kind of feel bad that they forgot who you are. They will go to your LinkedIn profile and see details where they will obviously see a reminder who you are and what kind of thing you did business with them. After receiving such message, even if they don't remember who you are, most likely they will go to your profile to refresh their memory. Now, the next thing is that when you are writing a follow-up to a customer, try to figure out what other service you may potentially offer them. I'll give you an example. So let's say I have done a full animated marketing explainer video for some company. So at the end of the project or after a while, I may reach to them saying something like, hey, I also happen to have this agency called Vortex.video where we do post-production services. Maybe you need for one of your social media channels, or maybe you know someone who could be a good referral to me. Or let's say you have developed a website for a person. A good follow-up could be a suggestion to, I don't know, support their website or write 3 articles a month, whatever the upsell service you come up with. Or you can reach them out and say, like, I remember when during the initial onboarding call, you mentioned that you need a website for your Google AdWords campaign. By the way, do you happen to need a banner ad design? And the last advice for today, which is actually funny, it's called Operation Necromancer. What does it mean? Why such a funny name? Here it is. So every person whom you hire to your pre-sales team starts their probation period from going through all of your ex-customers and figuring out the best ways to write a custom follow-up letter to them. It's much more difficult job than it seems it is. And if they manage to close a deal within first like 1, 2, 3 weeks using this approach, most likely it's either the person is very lucky or they're very consistent, or maybe a combination of both. But make sure that pre-sales person has also different and alternative activities of acquiring customers, because if you do that gold digging journey around the cemetery with the operation called Necromancer too much, they may burn out in no time. But whether you have some newbies coming to your pre-sales team or whether you don't, you should have all of these business processes in place, working like a clock 365 days a year. Make sure you like and subscribe. This was Eugene from Freelance Mushrooms. Cheers!